Welcome to this month's series, The Good Steward, where we are becoming better caretakers of all of our blessings. Many folks report that they enjoy our video content while working around the house, and we appreciate that support and dedication. It helps us both. During this series only, you will hear a little bell like this one as an indication that a Good Steward tip is about to be shared on screen. This bell is intended to alert you to look up from your cooking, ironing, cleaning, and so forth, so you won't miss a tip. Thank you for being here. Keep your hand to the plow and don't look back, my friends.
Hey y'all, welcome to Heritage Ways. Today we are going to make a part of a frugal breakfast. You can add this muffin with some fruit or scrambled eggs and have a very filling and frugal breakfast with homemade Bran muffins. Well, welcome here today, and this is Heritage Ways. I'm going to talk while I'm working. And Heritage Ways is where we honor home, celebrate heritage, and spread hope. Part of honoring home is being good stewards of what we have. And so part of that is to try to eat as healthy as we can. That's not always easy, I know. And use our money the best way we can. So I was given several boxes of Raisin Bran. Now, I know this, you might be familiar with a muffin mix that calls for a whole box of Raisin Bran. This particular recipe calls for Bran cereal. Let me be clear, it's not necessarily Raisin Bran. It's like an all bran or something like that. But I want you to learn to use what you have. Use what you have. Make changes if you need to, and using Raisin Bran in this recipe is just fine. This recipe is on page 106 in my first cookbook, From Katie's Kitchen, Volume 1. And you can get a copy of this cookbook from the link down below. I have 3 cups of Raisin Bran, and on it I'm going to pour 1 cup of boiling water. This is pure water from my Berkey water filter. Now this step is not as important as if you were using all bran. And I think that's the brand name of that cereal, all bran. But any kind of cereal like that, like Bran Buds or I don't even know what's out there, but this is what I have and this will work fine. So I'm just kind of I guess you'd say rehydrating and getting it all into one big bowl of bran and raisins. Alright, now this is going to be cooling, and I'm going to tell you why I am mixing it up in this Sistema bowl. I like these bowls because they are the, quote, healthier plastic. It's PBA free. So I'm actually going to mix it up in this because we're not going to bake these today. I'll come back to you another day when I do bake them. But I'm just going to mix up this batter, and it can be stored in the refrigerator and used up to a week. Alright, I'm going to go ahead on top of this bran. This is a little bit different from my cookbook, but either way you do it is fine. Since I'm using pure cane sugar and it's a little more coarse, I'm going to go ahead and put my 3/4 cup of pure cane sugar over my bran so that perhaps it can start to dissolve a little bit. 2½ cups of all-purpose flour. Now, again, because I usually don't go by the recipe, this is what I use as all-purpose flour in my kitchen, but this is a sprouted whole wheat mixed with a King Arthur unbleached all-purpose flour. So kind of give it a stir to fluff it up. And then I'm going to loosely fill 2½ cups of flour. And just put it right in here in my container. And I'm going to just mix everything up in this container and put it in the fridge. Why dirty a mixing bowl? Okay, a teaspoon of salt. 2.5 teaspoons of baking soda. I'm not so good at estimating that. I can estimate salt, but not soda and powder. 1, 2.5, and it's going to react with the buttermilk. If you don't have buttermilk, you can use yogurt, and you can make your own very economically and simply. All right, that's my dry ingredients. You could have added the sugar in here instead of in the Bran, and that's fine. All right, let's go ahead to our Bran and add a 1/2 cup of oil. I'm using grapeseed oil. I don't use canola or vegetable oils. I'm putting it in there with my Bran. You could use, I probably wouldn't use, I don't use olive oil to cook with. It can become rancid when it's used to cook, and I know there are so many famous chefs who use it, so I'm just saying I don't use it. I wouldn't use coconut oil, so I'd probably use this or avocado oil. Okay, so I am going to add the Bran mixture here to my flour mixture. Just get it all stirred up together. One tip to save you energy is to go straight to the dishwasher if you have one when you're cooking. Don't put it in the sink, that's just an extra step. 2 cups of buttermilk. It's a good way to use up your buttermilk if you've got a little bit that needs using. You can use yogurt, like I said, just a unsweetened plain yogurt. And then I'm going to crack 2 eggs. These are from my brother's chickens. Shells go to the compost, or you can crush them up and give them back to your chickens. Alright, we have put all the ingredients in here, and this is it. This is our muffin mixture. And I can come back any day this week, or the kids can come in here and just get them a muffin pan. And now we wouldn't just make 1 or 2 because that would be wasting electricity. But we might make 6 or 12 at a time. But they're delicious Bran muffins. You can have them in the spring, summer with fruit salad, in the winter with an omelet. It's going to be good. We'll come back to you when we cook them.